Mike here, head trader at Trade Trading Group, and on June 18th, really big day here, guys. Beyond Meat, we've been talking about it for the last couple of days. We talked about it yesterday in my video yesterday, and we talked yesterday. If you guys missed that video, go back, watch it. We talked yesterday about a short squeeze up to what I thought was maybe the $200 to $220 area, and we got it today. Okay, we got the short squeeze action after market yesterday and pre-market again this morning, and it caused this huge gap up in Beyond Meat. Coming into the day, I was very bullish on Beyond Meat because I was looking for the gap up, I was looking for the short squeeze, and I thought that we still had room up to around 220. So coming into the day, I was actually bullish. What this video is about is the importance of analyzing your trade setup from an unbiased standpoint, because coming into the day I was bullish on Beyond Meat, but all my money was made today on the short side. It's very difficult to get shares to short Beyond Meat, and even if you can get shares, the fee for the borrow is insane. So I bought put options on Beyond Meat instead today and caught a home run trade, about 81% gain on the put options on Beyond Meat, and that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about in this video, because I had to flip the script. It's very rare that I buy a stock and then exit the stock and then short the stock all within the same day, or vice versa, short the stock, cover it, and then go long in the same day. It's very rare that I do that. But today is one of those trades that is really going to stick with me and stay with me for a little while. Like, I'm at the point in my trading career, guys, I've been doing this for 14 years, for so long, that just catching a good technical trade and pulling out some good P&L is not, I should be doing that, okay, at this point. It's the trades where I display some really strong mental characteristic that I can really hang my hat on and look back at my trading and say, this was one of my better trades on the year. And I usually have like a handful of those that I'll make throughout the course of the year that really stick in my mind. Trades that 2, 3, 4 years from now I can look back and I can talk about them. If you've been following my channel for a while, like a couple examples of that would be my Tesla short. When I had Tesla put options, I was like a 428% gain, something like that. There was the Amazon put option trade. There was the day when I went long BPTH 3 different times. That still is my biggest day on the year. There's just a handful of trades that will stay with you, okay, and they'll stick with you for a while. And this is one of them, because I had the self-discipline, the self-awareness to step back and analyze my trade setup from an unbiased standpoint. And what I'm talking to you guys about in this video is very important, because it's very easy for you to see what you want to see. Okay, like if you come into a trade and you're analyzing a trade setup and you're bullish, you're going to look for reasons to be long. Okay, and you're going to start to see reasons to be long that may not actually be there because of that bias. It's very easy to get caught up in that. Like, in simple terms, guys, if you're looking for a bull flag, you're going to find a bull flag. Even though it may not be the cleanest setup and it may not even be a bull flag, you're going to come up with every reason why it is. So when you go about analyzing trade setups and you're trying to figure out, long, short, or if you should make the trade or not, a good way to help stay unbiased is play the opposite side of that trade. Okay, what do I mean by that? If you're looking to get long a stock, try to come up with reasons why you should get short. And if you can't figure out, or you can't find any reasons why you would want to be short the stock, chances are you probably have a good long. Okay. On the flip side, if you're looking to get short a stock, try to come up with the reasons why you would get long. And that can help you analyze a trade setup from an unbiased standpoint. And that's what I did today on Beyond Meat, because again, I came into the day very bullish. Okay, very bullish. I thought we were going to 220. But right off the bat, we have a huge pull-in right off the bell. Okay, and then I had to flip the script about 45 minutes into the day. I changed my tone and I came on in the microphone and chat today. And today was TG Tuesday, so the chat room was open, free for everybody. We had a lot of people from the YouTube community in there. if you're watching this video and you were in there, you want to comment about it, ask me questions about the analysis, whatever it is, I'll be more than happy to answer them, even though we went through it very much in depth during the day in chat, and then again in chat at the end of the day recap. So I'm glad we were able to make this trade, or I was able to have such a memorable trade that's going to be memorable for me in chat on TG Tuesday when we had so many guests in there for free joining us on the day. But like I said, being able to flip the script and then go from being so bullish to then executing a great home run short really says a lot about my self-discipline on the day, and I'm really, really proud of this trade, and that's why it's going to stick with me for a while. So let's get to the chart and let's talk about this one, guys. Here's the daily chart on Beyond Meat. I've been talking about it here for the last couple of days about getting a short squeeze up towards 200 to 220, and today we had the gap up right below 200. We gapped up to like 195, and I thought we were going to gap up. I thought we were going to have a quick little pull in, and then we were just going to go. We were going to just break through. What I was looking for to have happen was the previous all-time high. I was looking for that to hold support. Okay, so if I pan this out, you guys go, here's your previous all-time high. That's what I was looking for to hold support on a pullback. Okay, so right off the bat, you see we pull in right off the bell, and you can see we come right into that previous high area, and we start to create a little bit of a support area right in here. So that's the area that I was looking for support to hold. Let me zoom in. Okay, so we pull in, and you see we start to find support. Obviously, there's a lot of tails in here, guys. It's an extremely volatile stock. So when I'm looking for this support area to hold, it's not going to hold right to the penny. It's not even going to hold to the dollar on a stock like Beyond Meat that is so volatile. You've got to give it some room. So I gave it some room on that pullback, and you can see it's starting to find a bottom here. You can see we even came in here and put in the low of the day right at the trade line, that 9 EMA. So once I saw this, I'm saying, okay, we're finding support right in that area that I'm looking for, right around those pre-market high, the previous all-time highs, and then there's support at the trade line. So right there, I got long a tier 1 position in Beyond Meat right there. Taking my trade announcements. My screen is frozen a little bit here. All right, here we go. So here you guys can see, oh, sorry about that. So here you guys can see long tier 1 Beyond Meat, 187.59, stop loss 182. I'm going to add tier 2 through 192, which was VWAP, because VWAP was showing me earlier that it was an area of resistance right back here. You can see one time we tested it, pulled in, second time tested it, pulled in. So right there, VWAP is acting as resistance. So here's my tier 1 entry. Tier 1 is just 25% of my desired position size. So I entered 25% of my desired size right here. I'm looking to add tier 2 if we get through VWAP, and then I think the squeeze will be on. My first take profit would have been in front of the high of the day, and then I would have held on to the bulk of the position and looked for the squeeze up towards 210, 215. That was my game plan, okay? And then right away you can see that we find resistance at VWAP again, and this thing just gets rocked, okay? Rocked right to a new fresh low, and I ended up selling out of my tier 1 position right there on the new low of the day, and I took a loss on that first trade of the day. This is not how a stock that is in a short squeeze trades. The gap up today on Beyond Meat was a short squeeze. So that's why I'm bullish. I'm thinking long. My bias is long. I'm looking for that short squeeze. But right away, I start to notice that this is not how a short squeeze trades. Bounce attempts, when a short squeeze is on, a bounce attempt does not get sold into. Pull-ins get bought up aggressively. And in the case today with Beyond Meat, the up move or the bounce attempt was getting met with very aggressive selling. So right away I'm saying to myself, that is not how a short squeeze should trade. If this was a short squeeze, we should have got back above VWAP, okay, maybe consolidated here for a couple of minutes and then gone. Okay, that's what should have happened if this short squeeze was really on. Getting denied on the first bounce attempt of the day. Pulling it off the bell is okay because it was such a huge gap up. So to pull in with some profit taking is okay, but then for this first bounce attempt to get met with such heavy selling, that is the first thing that really got my attention, that maybe the short squeeze is not on. Maybe I'm wrong. And at this point, I literally sat all the way back, okay, in my chair, and I looked at the chart and I said, what is this chart telling me? And this is the part of the trade that really, really sparks like my like really gets me excited, okay? Because I was able to sit there and say, what is the chart telling me? Listen to the chart, don't listen to my head, because I'm thinking long. My bias here is long, but what is the chart telling me? And I couldn't come up with any reasons why I would want to get long other than my bias is long. That was the only thing that was saying to myself, by looking at the chart, that's the only thing that's telling me might get long. But when I look at the technicals and I'm looking at how the stock is trading off the bell, we got rejected at VWAP very early on, right here. Then we get rejected at VWAP again, so much so it makes a new low of the day. Not typically how a stock that's in a short squeeze is going to trade. The bounce attempts rally, okay, in a short squeeze. They don't get stuffed like that and forced down to new lows. In a short squeeze, pull-ins get bought up very aggressively. This is the opposite. So that's the first thing that had my attention, saying, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're not in a short squeeze. Then I start to notice that the previous low of the day, right there, is starting to act as resistance. Now we can no longer get back above that previous low. Another sign of a stock that is typically not how, or another sign of action that is typically not seen in a stock that is in the middle of a short squeeze. So now I start to say to myself, maybe that could be the top. And if this is not a short squeeze, if the short squeeze is finished, if it was just that aftermarket yesterday and pre-market today, then this stock has a lot more room to the downside because it's extremely overextended. It's very overvalued. BYND was not at $200 because fundamentally the company belongs up there. It was a short squeeze, technical short squeeze. It was momentum based, low float. That is why BYND made the move that it did. So if it's not in that short squeeze, that short squeeze is over, we have a lot more room to pull in. And I started to sit back and analyze the trade from an unbiased standpoint and let my morning pre-market and for the last couple of days, really bullish bias that I had on BYND, I was able to put that to the side and say, but Mike, the chart's not telling you go long. And I was able to separate the two, and I went in and I pulled the trigger on put options right there. Okay, take you guys my trade announcements here. You guys can see I bought the 170 strike June 21st expiration put option at $7.45. My stop loss was going to be if BYND got back above VWAP. Okay, so there's my long right there, $7.45 a contract. Again, the 170 strike put option, June 21st expiration. Okay, and then what you start to see form, guys, is a picture perfect bear flag setup. Okay, super clean. Okay, here it is. Here's your bear flag setup. You have the new low of the day. Then you have the higher low. And then we went up here and we tested that previous low one more time, got denied again, paused at that uptrend line. And as soon as we broke that trend line, the sell-off was on. And I was able to catch this entire sell-off all the way down to that fresh low right in front of 160 with those put options. And I started peeling some off the table, took some profit at $10, took some more profit at $11, and my final take profit at $13.50 a contract for an 81% gain. And it's a real thing of beauty. This is a picture perfect bear flag. Okay, picture perfect bear flag. If I go out to, let's actually go to a 5-minute chart. You can see it even more clean on a 5-minute chart. There's your 5-minute chart. Look how clean that is. Down move, rejection, higher low, rejection. So you get the trend line break, sell off. I mean, this is as picture perfect of a bear flag as it gets. And that is what I was seeing. I was listening to the chart and putting my bias to the side. Okay, putting my bias of coming into the day long, saying I'm wrong. This is not going to squeeze. We're not in short squeeze mode. It's actually time to get short this thing. And I was able to capitalize on it. And that is why this is a trade that I'm going to remember for years to come. It's not the P&L, it's not the technical side. It's being able to make these mental adjustments. That is the stuff that gets me excited at this point in my career. Okay, so it was a really home run, slam dunk trade. Super happy with it. I'm super stoked. I'm going to celebrate. I've actually got a Beyond Meat burger in my freezer. Okay, I'm down in Miami. Okay, I came down to Miami, so it's in my freezer down here in my apartment, and I'm going to celebrate by eating that Beyond Meat burger, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow.